The Midday Show, live on QBS.
Today we're diving into the fascinating topic that many of us can relate to, which is, how being the oldest, middle, or youngest child in your family might shape who you are. So have you ever wondered why you're a certain way compared to your siblings, or why your kids, as a parent, why your kids, despite growing up in the same house, have such different personalities? So today we're going to explore just that. And to help us understand this intriguing subject, we have a wonderful guest joining us in the studio. She's a clinical school social worker who helps young people navigate their lives, and a trainer and educator in psychological and parental awareness, dedicated to helping the young generation and parents achieve their full potential. With her expertise in understanding personal development and family dynamics, she's perfectly placed to shed light on our discussion today. So welcome to the studio, Miss Dalal Almulla. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here, Aljuhara. It's my first time. There is always a first for everything.
Yeah.
I hope this interview will be very beneficial for everyone.
I'm sure it will.
I hope, and I'm sure also, that we will enjoy it.
Of course. It's always a great time here on QBS, and we love talking to experts like yourself. So getting straight into it, again, thanks for being here. And to kick us off, can you explain in simple terms how being the first, middle, or last child in a family might shape someone's personality? Personally, I'm the youngest of 5. So I think I already kind of understand. But from a more, clinical, point of view. So can you tell us how different it is for each child because of the birth order?
Yeah, actually, it comes from the point of view of the people who are put into the shoes of youngest or middle or oldest child, and also from scholars and studies that have been done on this aspect. But we cannot say it's black and white always.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, we don't want to look at it as it is there. It is what it is. You can't change it. Mm-hmm. You will always be able to change how you think, how things go around you. And it's always about the environment the environment around this child through growing up and through the adolescence as well. So it's always not black and white in my point of view. But we always have to be aware that it is there. Many middle children don't really like being middle children.
The middle child syndrome.
Yeah, it's the syndrome, as you say. It's not something really there in the DSM-5, for example, but it's something that you have to be aware of as an educator, as a parent, as a person who deals with children. You have to know how to deal with this particular child and how the eldest and the youngest will affect the way they are brought up.
Right. Can you name a few, maybe 1 or 2 traits for each order? So what are some traits that the eldest child usually has? Something that you see it and you're like, okay, you're the eldest.
Okay, I'm an eldest.
Oh, really?
You are the youngest.
I am the youngest.
Okay, that's good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
youngest.
you.
It's a good thing to think of. See, the most visible trait for the eldest is the strength. Many eldest children will be put into the position, as you can say, there are many parents. They are put into this position sometimes.
Yeah, they're parentified.
You like it or leave it. That's it. That's the reality.
Yeah.
So they are giving responsibilities. They are strong. They've been there since the beginning. Also, they take many characteristics from the early marriage life of these young couples who just started their life.
Right.
So sometimes the eldest, you will see them learn on their own, and you will see them correct the mother and father. You will see them telling the mother and father what they are doing wrong, and they are trusted. So this is one of the most common traits for the eldest child. The middle child, you will often find them learning. I can see it from the positive point of view. You will often see them learning from the eldest, sometimes imitating the eldest, sometimes not liking to be in the position of the middle or maybe the second, because they are seeing the eldest having the power to do things that the youngest that the youngest don't have, having the authority to take decisions, and the youngest or the middle, for example, they would think that this is the way it is because parents might like them more than what they like the middle. But this is not the reality. The reality is that they took their time, they grown up, now they have different authorities and different power. So some of the traits of the youngest is also additional, that they are really learners, the youngest and also the middle ones. Now when the youngest comes into the picture, the middle, she smiles, the middle starts seeing all the attention going to the youngest.
Right.
The middle feels threatened. They would do more things to impress the parents.
Yeah.
Okay. They would think that they have to do that. With the youngest, they are relaxed. They are relaxed most of the time because everything comes to them.
Right.
And even the marriage itself, they are put into, this institute, the institutal, it's grown stronger.
Right.
Parents know what they're doing.
Parents are more established by the time the youngest arrives.
Marriage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the youngest, by the time they reach to the family, parents are grown up. They know what they're doing. The youngest, they know all the what I can call it, the ups and downs. They are studying. They are good studiers of the situation and of the environment. Yeah, they study very well, and they know how to not go to the mistakes that the middle and the eldest been to.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. I definitely relate. I hear a lot from people that I'm very observant. I sometimes I'm sitting in a social situation, I'm sitting there quiet and I'm watching everything around me, right? And then when someone comes to, socialize with me, I adapt to how they are. And then if it comes to a different person, another person comes to me, I adapt to how they are as well. Like, I'm very adaptable. And I think it is, a trait of being the youngest. But, okay, are these effects on personality always true? Or can other things in life change how someone turns out, even with their birth order? Because for me personally, I don't just have traits of the youngest child. I tend to take on traits of the eldest as well. I take on a lot of responsibility. I'm very good at decision making. But of course, I'm still the youngest. I'm the baby. I have my spoiled moments. You know what I'm saying? I think I take on traits of the eldest as well, though. So, how does someone deal with that, when they're not really fitting into the norm of the birth order traits?
It's always different. Okay, it's not that you will be stuck with your order for the rest of your life.
Right.
You will learn, you will establish your own pathway, and it will also depend on the environment you are living in. The family, whether it's a small family, whether it's an extended family, it will strengthen some traits and will weaken some other traits. And it's all for your good, for your
benefit.
Your benefit.
Yeah.
Believe me or not, you will learn. You will feel that the environment around you will teach you every single day of how to deal with the difficulties in your life. So, for example, if you are a middle child and you have a problem that's happening with your eldest brother or sister, you are observing. You want to make sure you don't have it. You don't fall into this same problem, very, very problem. You will try to find ways not to fall into them. Same thing with the youngest. So I think it's a cycle. And you are learning all the time. It's not always black and white. It's not always imprisoning this person in the order they came from. But it is there. We are here to shed light on what might happen and why it could be really bad to be in the middle without being noticed.
Definitely. So we touched a little bit on, the traits of the oldest, middle, and youngest child. But what are some positive traits? What are some things that really, you can see it in whether they're an oldest, youngest, or middle, you see it in them and they excel in it, and this is because of the birth order, some might say.
Okay, one very positive trait of the eldest child would be that protectiveness. They will always feel this responsibility that lies on them in protecting the youngest. That's why we said in the beginning they feel that they are many parents.
Yeah.
And they want to protect. They want to teach the youngest about the things that they might not know. This is one very positive trait. Also, the responsibilities that the parents would give them. It would make them grow older in mind. The mindset will really change, especially when this child is not the only child anymore, and there is new children coming into the picture. Okay, the organization. They feel that they must excel, they must be organized enough because they are being seen as a reference or role model or reference. That's good traits. It might be sometimes tiring for them, but it's good for them for the long running.
Right.
For the long run.
Right, because it'll show in places like work or school.
It will. Yeah,
Right.
even in their marriage life in the future. The middle now, the adaptiveness that they would have, it's amazing with the middle child. They know what's happening on. They are observers. Okay, they adapt to the change. Sometimes they are silent about things they don't really like. They just want life to go on. They are independent because with the middle child, it means that there is a younger child coming into the picture or is in the picture. They will definitely learn very early to be independent, to do things on their own. This is very, very positive in my opinion. The feeling that I'm neglected or overlooked, this is why we are here. We want to educate parents, we want to educate children from these families, especially the very big and extended families, that it is there, but look at it from a positive point of view.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go to the youngest. They are always fun. I can see you are fun.
I'm the life of the party.
Yeah, they're always fun. They're always the spirit of the place they are in. Very social. Okay. Even speech. You notice that the youngest, they speak very much faster than the middle and the eldest because they have other people to learn from, and they have friends of the friends. I mean, friends of the brothers and sisters. They mingle with them. They might sit and listen to things that make them more aware of their surroundings. This is positive. Okay, they are often creative, really creative, and it makes them cunning. A bit of this cunningness. I don't know what you call it as a noun.
Yeah,
but
cunningness.
Yeah. They know when to talk,
right.
what to say,
right.
like what would bring the attention
right.
of the parents or of the people around them. Yeah, they're all good when you know where to use them.
Yeah. Some might say it's a little manipulative.
Yeah, let's look at it from a positive point of view.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I resonate with that as well. But I also, like I said, I feel I have traits of the other personality types. And, obviously, like you said, it's because other things play a role in that: family dynamics, culture, environment, and all of these things, social surroundings. For me personally, I grew up hanging out more with my siblings and their friends than my own friends. So that's why, maybe, perhaps. But, discussing, these family roles, and this is when somebody does have siblings. But in the case that there is an only child, you're the only child in the family, what kind of traits and, personalities would that person develop?
Actually, the only child, you will find them living in the grown-up world. Okay, they have to. The playing in the household is less than the children who grow up together and they have more than one sibling in the household. They would feature this matureness in them.
Right.
Okay, they're not that laughable and playful, especially when they are not really mixing and mingling with people from their age.
Right.
It's only school and home. That's why it's really important for the only children within families with an only child to find them playmates, to find them people who are put into the dynamics of the house, and they are seen as brothers and sisters. And it is really not really a big deal here in our country, because you will always have your cousins. You will always have your friends and friends of friends and people coming around.
Your mom's friends' daughters and sons and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is a really positive thing that we have in our community. And you don't even find much only children, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's really rare.
It is rare. It's usually from an expat family.
Yeah.
But within our culture and our dynamics, Qatari culture, Arab culture, we go for big families.
Yeah, we
or
do.
At the minimum, the two parents will have at minimum 3 children. But we tend to go for 5, 6, 7.
I know.
Yeah.
And you find it also more prominent, the only child in the Qatari society, is when the family, the marriage is broken, or they are separated, so they decided it's just one, we don't want more children. So I think it's really a bit related to such dynamic of the household.
Okay, this is really interesting. We've already discussed the different types of traits, positive traits, things like this, and how that comes into effect, why it comes into effect. But, what about big families? Like we said, in Qatar, we tend to go for... It kind of feels like a Guinness World Record competition. Who has the most kids? You know what I'm saying? So what about big families, and how does that affect the order? Does the order start over after the 4th child, or does this have a different dynamic?
Okay, so it's not really strict point of view about that, but in larger families, it tends to be resetting because it's the gap of generation. Like when you have a generation, they stop the birth for a while. It's a break, and then you have a new generation. So you feel that the generation, the eldest generation, they are really don't look at, they are not looking at the youngest siblings with the new generation as they are siblings. They
It's
look,
a baby.
yeah, they look at them as babies. They look at them as like even my children. Yeah, you would see many people, many households here in the Qatari society, where you confuse the eldest sister or eldest brother with the mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this
Say
all
that,
the time.
Like there's a 15, 16, or even 20-year age gap between the eldest children and, you know, the youngest children.
There is.
I mean, for me, my biggest age gap with my sister is 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years is reasonable. Like
Reasonable,
you
yeah.
could understand each other, and you don't feel that she is a mother to you.
No,
You don't.
definitely not.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe she feels like she's a mother to me, but I don't see that. I
She
don't feel
might.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. So yeah, it tends to reset in some households, especially when the very the very big families come into the picture, and you would definitely have this sense of feeling of I'm big. You
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
You are not in the same generation. You don't understand me. Same age gap, but when we go to the fourth child in the picture, it's the new youngest. The new youngest, right? Because you have the third one. Now that you have the new youngest, the third one would feel that they are middle. No.
Right.
So this is the new dynamics for the middle one. Okay. So what would influence that? It's rather than only looking at the characteristics of this family in particular. I mean, in order-wise, the number of extended families tied together. This is one thing to look at. You have the education of the parents, how they treat their children, what they know about traits, what they know about things that they have to look at and focus on, the education of children, the traits of the children that they were born with, because we cannot say it's one size fits all.
Definitely not.
Even love languages differ within the same family. The 5 love languages would differ. Some some member of the family would prefer to express the love by touching. The other one would definitely don't really like to be touched. They want to.
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
My siblings try to hug me and I'm like,
Yeah.
get off me, please.
Yeah, that's not you. You want words, for example. You want
I prefer actions.
actions.
I like
yeah.
actions. Like if you say you're going to do, because I consider myself a woman of my word, right? If I say I'm going to do something, khalas, consider it done. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I like that back from people, right?
Yeah.
Whereas my eldest sister, she shows her love language by buying me things, right? And I'm like, stop it. Don't spend your money. Take a break. Irhami your
I
bank
don't
account.
understand it.
I mean,
don't
I do understand it because I feel that way as well, right? But more than that, I prefer actions. You know what I'm saying? Whereas my sister, I get
Doing
it.
things for me.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
subtle.
Help me with things.
Yeah, or subtle acts of service.
I see.
You know,
Yeah.
you see me stressed out, so you come and bring me a cup of tea. You know, things like
Yeah.
this, very small
Yeah.
things. Whereas again, my sister, she buys me things. My other brother, he does things like checking up on me regularly or checking up on everyone regularly. We all have a different love language.
Yeah. See, you come from the same father and mother, but you still have.
It's so different.
It's really different, and it also depends. It's not only born with you. It will also depends on how you were brought up during this time. Even how we act and how we are, it will definitely be related to how our mother and father was the time we were brought up, early years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will we will look more like them in that period in particular.
Right. And I think that answered our last question, which was, external things that can affect family dynamic. And it's so interesting because, like you said, we're born from the same mother and father. We're growing up in the same house, yet completely different. And it's all because of other things that play a role. Like I said, for example, for me, I hung out with my siblings' friends and my siblings when I was 7. So I'm a 7-year-old hanging out with people that are 5 years older than me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know what you heard.
Let's not go there, yeah.
Let's not go there.
But it definitely played a role, and I think it gave me one of my biggest strengths in life, which is a mature mindset. I hear a lot that I'm wise for my age. I'm mature for my age. And that's, shout out to my siblings, sharing their life experiences with me watching them, make mistakes, grow from that. It all played a role into that. So yeah, the sibling dynamic is so interesting, right? Because like you said, it's never set in stone either.
No, it's never. And it's never black and white. It's never free size,
one size fits all.
Yeah, it's not. It's different from each and every house. You have to be very observant,
right,
as a parent, and know what's going on. Fix it if there is a problem. You fix it. We touched based on the positiveness of each order, but we will have also difficulties. For example, for the middle,
yeah,
the middle child, that sometimes they feel sought, sometimes they feel neglected, sometimes they feel they're not good enough. So we have to be aware what's going on, why do they feel that, what happened, and when it started. And the first and very crucial key for that is talking to them and listen from them what they think, because for many children they would express it in a different way than you are expected. Maybe you are expecting people to come and talk to you about things they don't like and things that they would like to change. But with our children, it's not always this case.
Right.
It's not always the case. Sometimes they would express it with something negative. For example, at school, they would bully, they would be angry, withdrawn from the environment they're in. We have to be observant.
Definitely. So we have a listener who says, does birth order still matter in smaller families or single child homes? And which are more common now?
Birth order in small families, this is actually what we're talking about, because it is the more prominent one. And it's really structured. First, second child, third child, for example. So it's structured. So you would think, like you would think back on your mind, what would that child would be in the future. You have an insight. So it does matter, but it's not always about the order. It's about how you understand, how you communicate well, how you know what are the needs of those children and give them what they need. It's always easy to say, I care about you and I love you all the same, but it's the action that matters. It's the action. It's what you do. It's not about what you say as a parent. That's what the children will see and feel. It's the action you are doing. So if you start, when you have a new child coming into the picture, neglecting the second child, or you start giving more love and more hugs to the new, if you start clapping hands and cheering for the new one, and you kind of oversee the middle one or the previous child, they will feel it.
Right.
They will definitely feel it, and they will feel neglected. So this is where we pay attention as parents, and we start this conversation. We will have to be open about it and ask for feedback. sometimes it's really difficult for us as parents to ask for feedbacks because we are too scared to listen to feedback. While if we don't listen to honest feedback about our parenting from the customer,
Which is
the
your
children,
child.
where do you learn? Where would you learn from? We are learning on the pace, on the run. We will learn how to be good parents on the run, always.
I see. So we have a listener who says, how does parenting style in today's fast-paced world impact birth order effects, right? We're living now in a time where everything is fast, social media, things like this and that. So, how does that affect the birth order?
It does affect the birth order that the children today, they are learning very fast.
Right.
They are grabbing information from here and there.
And they're exposed to a lot more than we were.
Of course. We were only exposed to what are being said at school. Maybe some radio. Maybe some TV shows that everyone would know. Now they would listen and watch things that you would never even know about their existence. Because everything is within a small screen that they carry around all the time.
Right.
It's really different. They will learn a lot. So it depends on the social media they're exposed to the programs they are exposed to the channels, all of that. Even friends, they play major role today, even more role than they played before. Before, our friends, they are known to our parents. Today, our children might have friends that we don't even know where they come from.
Right.
We don't know the parents, we don't know the household, we don't know the country. They might be from anywhere. So it's really crucial for us to teach them from the beginning what's right, what's wrong. What are the bills that you have to pay attention when you listen to? What are the things that out of your context and out of your culture that you have to pay attention when you face them?
Right.
And then they have this internal radar.
I think that sort of answered their next question, which was, is birth order more or less influential than peer groups or online identities, right? Because online you can be anybody, right? And it's hard even as a parent to keep track of your child's online activity, to really fully, control what they're watching, what they're exposed to, who they're friends with. Like you said, they can have friends from anywhere in the world, right? For example, if your son is good at gaming, right? He's always gaming and playing online with other people. Like, he can be maybe 12 years old gaming with people that are 18 and older.
We don't say it's right.
Yeah.
We don't say it's the right thing to do, but
Right.
Expected.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. You don't be like, oh, I told them not to do this, they won't do it. They might do it.
They might.
Yeah, they might. You don't know. You never know. So
Speaking
it is
from
there.
experience, maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
It's reality. Even when we were younger, we didn't have these gamings and we didn't have these platforms to chat with other people.
Right. We
We
did it
always
with each other.
we always wanted new people.
Right.
We have this, curiosity.
And the need to be social.
Yeah, it's a need. And it depends. It differs from one child to another. That's why adolescence, we call it in Arabic murahaqa, or it's
The teen years,
the
yeah.
teen, yeah. It's not universal. Not everyone will go through everything. Teenagers, real teenagers, typical, would go through. No, it's not all.
Yeah.
Some-
Everyone has a different experience.
Yeah, some teens will grow like it's like a small bird just go roaming around you. You would never feel that they went through this phase or through this difficult period, but others would definitely have it. The difficult phase.
It shows, yeah.
Yeah, it shows in their actions, and it would also extend not only until 18, 20, 30, 40 sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. So it all depends on the mindset, what's being taught, and what mindset would that person take and work by.
Right. Before we take a break, one more question they have is, can personality traits be more influenced by environment, trauma, or parenting style than birth order? I think, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's even more important because you cannot just depend on the birth order and say, well, I'm an only child, I would be this way. I'm an eldest, I will be this way. No,
Right.
It's about the environment they were brought up in. And it also, I think it's also about the culture, about the neighborhoods.
Right.
It's about how even spiritual wise, religious wise, how they look at things, what they were taught from the beginning, how they are looking at brotherhood, how they are looking at motherhood and fatherhood, how they're looking at the friendship, for example, what friendship means to them. So yes, it's really crucial, and how we are bringing them up, it will structure the way they think, the way they feel, and the way
Right.
they act. It's a triangle.
Because, for example, adding to that, for example, like a person who, their parents may have thought, we raised them well, we brought them up well, minimal to no trauma, our parenting style was perfect, right? But the child would be like, yeah, your parenting style traumatized me, and so they rely on their friends more. Whenever they're having a hard time, and rather than turning to their family or their siblings, they go to their friends. So I think it definitely does play a role. And that's why, as you said, we should be more observant of it. We should try to avoid sticking to these stereotypes so strictly, right? And just, be observant and watch our kids, as best as we can. And, try not to overlook any of them.
Yeah, talking to them is the key.
Right, communication.
Communication is the key, absolutely. Because it's not white and black and white all the time. It's about what they need in
Right.
that moment itself.
Right.
Sometimes you think they need something, but they need something else. You never know. So even the trauma that they would face within the period of young age, it will definitely play major role on how they think and how they act. The family trauma, for example, neglect or change of the family dynamic, people separate, people get remarried. All of this could be dramatic if you don't look at it from, if you don't treat it wisely.
Right.
And take care of what the need of that child in that moment. It could be really traumatizing, and they would carry it for the rest of their lives. But again, it's, if you say I'm an only child or I'm a middle child and they treated me this way, it's not always the case that it's not always wise to say this is what I had and this is what I got, so they give me this and I'll give this. No, it's a cycle that you have to cut. If you feel that your childhood wasn't the best one, it's for you today as a parent who gone through difficult times. It's for you not to repeat all these mistakes.
For sure.
Yeah. So it's a circle. It's a big circle.
Definitely. That's one way to look at it. Dalal, we have a mother here who says, as a mother, I feel that my expectations change with each child. And is that okay?
It's completely normal to feel so with different children, because they are different people.
Right.
Each child is unique. They differ in interests, strength, weaknesses, challenges. So you would definitely treat them differently than other people.
Right.
They have their own challenges, for example. Even the developmental differences is different.
Right.
Like ages, maturity level, learning style. You would definitely study this and work around it. You cannot be a free size mother. And even you, like, you have experiences, and they grow with you. You are a different person 10 years back when you had your first child, and you are a different person than that person, than your mother.
Right.
You would have better decisions. You would have different eye to things. You will definitely make sure to avoid your mistakes that you did with the first and second child, for example. That's where the first child comes in and say, well, why are you letting her do this and you didn't let me, right?
Yeah.
Why is she going here and I wasn't allowed to go? She has a phone, and it was different then. I was different.
Yeah.
That's why it's really very, very crucial for you to have a plan. When you say no to the first child, you will have a plan back in your mind that this no, I will try as much as possible to keep it a no for everyone in the future. Fairness. You have to be fairness. Yeah. You have to have this fairness. Children will see. They would ask questions. Why and why and what? Why is this different? Yes. So going back to her question, it's definitely normal.
It's definitely, and it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Unless you are not doing the right thing.
Right. Unless there's unfairness happening.
Yeah, unfairness. If you can explain it, if you can explain it to the children, why you were different 10 years ago than how you are today.
Or even like a year apart, right? You have your first child in, let's say, 2023. And then you have your second child in 2024. That is, you as a parent in 2023 is different to you as a parent in 2024.
Absolutely.
It's normal. It's completely normal. Like we said, as long as there's fairness.
It's the parental conscious. It's how you know. I mean, how much you know now. How much you learned. It's different.
Definitely. I definitely do agree. We have a listener here who said, I think my younger brother hates it that I am the eldest. Every now and then he comments, of course, you are the eldest, right? She says, we are both in our 30s and we're only a few years apart. How do I deal with his complex about my order? And they said, P.S. he is the youngest and only boy.
Okay. So this youngest, it's the other way around. He feels that the eldest is being treated better.
Yeah.
In a better way. Or they are given more authority than him or her. I don't know if it's he or she. So it comes to the mother. I think here it comes, the communication comes very crucial. We have to sit down together and communicate with the parents as siblings, as children. We go and communicate with the parents themselves.
Right.
If you are the youngest and you feel, if you are right now a young person and you feel that you're not being treated well, go and talk. They will be more than happy to listen, and choose the best timing to talk to your parents about it. Talk to them wisely. It's talking and it's not about shouting. Every mother and father did the best they thought in that time. That they were treating you and they were raising you. Stop blaming. Stop being in the corner of seeing everything as, everyone is treating me wrong and everyone doesn't understand me. Stop this blaming perspective. You will have to look at the positive point of view. If you don't like something, talk about it very wisely. take the ethical part, okay? And if you ask the youngest or the eldest, they will always have things to say about each other. Communication is the way to go,
Right.
for me.
Right. No, definitely. I think when me and my eldest sister were younger, we butted heads a lot. A lot. We couldn't agree on a single thing, me and her. Like, because like you said, there was, things my parents let me do, they didn't let her do. Right? Activities they let me participate in, she wasn't allowed to participate in, right? So, and of course, she couldn't take it out on our parents. Who's she gonna take it out on? Me, right? Because I'm the youngest.
Absolutely.
And I'm easy to target. So when we were younger, oh my God, we fought a lot. We talked behind each other's backs. We ratted out on each other to our parents. Oh, she did this behind your back, and she did this. She should get in trouble. We did this a lot to each other. And then one day, we got older, and we're like best friends. Like we get along, like we understand each other.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have a conversation about it, right? It was just one day something changed.
Yeah. I think it's college. Sometimes it's college. When you both graduated from college, you feel that you are somehow the same age now. And it also happens, I notice, it happens when both sisters get married. Yeah.
We're not married.
Yeah, you're not. But you feel that you are alike. Khalas, it's like you are the same age now. No age difference, not that much. So when two sisters get married, they feel that we are mothers, we are wives, we are mothers, we have children. We understand where they come from, we come from.
It's a bit childish to keep on arguing.
Come on, yeah. And I think there is a very crucial role for parents here in this dilemma to raise their children on the aspect of that, the aspect that's saying, no matter what, no matter you fight, no matter blood or tears shed, you will always be sisters and you will always be siblings.
Yeah, my mom always instilled that in us. No matter what happens, you're still siblings.
You're still siblings. And you cannot just decide one day, I'm not talking to her anymore. No, you cannot. It's prohibited in our house. So if you install this into your children, and plus you are treating them fairly, here it comes the love, the unconditional love, the love that will stay with them forever. If your children see you not treating your sister in a good way, you're talking behind her back, or you are even not talking to her for 1 or 2 years because of small conflict that happened, it's let's say automatically installed in them that it's okay. I can wake up one morning and say, I don't want my sister anymore. I don't want my brother anymore. I will cut off all relationships. So it's really very, very related to the way you are raising them, the way you are letting them, or you are directing them to think.
Right.
Yeah.
About their siblings. Okay. So they're also asking, what is your advice to parents to prevent children from developing a complex because of the order?
Again, I'll talk about fairness, being fair. The rules, the authority, expectation, that it is very fairly installed into the children. And it's always about communication and being fair. If a child feels neglected or feels that they are not treating the way the other sibling is treated, they will talk. If they don't talk, they will keep it into
right.
their
And then
inside.
it becomes resentment.
It does. They would be withdrawn. They would withdraw themselves from your life. They would withdraw themselves or go and sit in the corner. They don't want to socialize with the whole family. Even when they go out, or even when the family travels, you see always this person who is always silent. Because some people, if you don't listen to what they have to say, or you don't treat them respectfully, this includes children, they will withdraw.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely see that. Before we let you go, we have one more question from a listener who says, what if the withdrawal happens and parents don't know what to do? Like how should they fix things? You know, when siblings hate each other and they don't talk, what should a parent do in order to help the situation get better?
It's for them to get things in the right track. Let them help each other. Let these children help each other. Be supportive to one another. Mm-hmm. Let them feel always that they are in the same team.
Right.
This house is one team.
Right.
Whoever is being harmful for you, they would bully someone, you are the person responsible to go and fix this with their brother or sister. Mm-hmm. So let them always feel they are treated well.
Right.
They are being treated fairly. And let them always feel that they are in the same team.
Right.
We don't appreciate any this
animosity between siblings.
Yeah, all of this between you guys, we don't appreciate it, we don't like it, we don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. And it's also very crucial that we teach them, we coach them how to go and treat these differences between them.
Right.
How to go and deal with problems. Mm-hmm. We are not always there to fix the problems for you.
Right.
You think of a way of fixing this problem and take it as a challenge that would make you grow, make your relationship grow. Many differences, many problems that would occur between siblings, and then one of the siblings would would be the hero who just hash everything away, and bury all the hashes, and then be the wise. They would never forget that. It would never just go away unseen. No, it's always appreciated, and it's always appreciated that they are aware of that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it also, from my experience as a sibling, I think it also depends on how old your kids are, right? When they're a younger age, yeah, definitely try to take a more active role in like guiding them and helping them back to each other, right? But when they're adults, sometimes you just have to let them figure it out for themselves as adults, right? Because eventually they're gonna come to the conclusion themselves, look, I can't live without my sibling, right? We need to make up, and one of us has to be the bigger person, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as an adult, you have to let them come to the conclusion themselves. So if it's a withdrawal when they're older, there's not much you can do. If they come to you for advice, definitely give them that advice, right? But don't try to force it when they're an adult. When they're kids, yeah, you're more able to guide them.
It's not about forcing. Mm-hmm. It's about letting them know what counts in this life.
Right.
Letting them know from the early age, because if you install this in them from an early age, you would never have this problem growing up. Yeah. So if you let them know that this sister, for example, is a friend forever, nothing you can do about it. This is a friend forever, whether you like it or not. It will be installed in them, and they would see you as well as role models.
Right.
How you treat your brothers and sisters, your siblings, your own. It's a circle. It's a role. They would see. They would take it.
Right, and they'll emulate it.
Emulate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Dalal. It was absolutely amazing to go through this topic with you, and quite interesting as well, because I'm pretty sure a lot of us, especially for siblings, we thought about it but never went too deep into it. So this was a great way to explore that. So thank you for being here and helping us and our listeners out. It's been a great experience to have you. Now, time is 2:50 and it's time for us to quickly get to a winner for our question. So the question was, what role do parents play in shaping the effects of the birth order of their children? And I think we have a winner. This is chosen with the help of Dalal here. So congratulations, Bibi. You said parents shape birth order effects by how they treat each child through attention, expectations, and the roles they assign, which influence each child's behavior and personality.
I love the answer.
Honestly, simple,
thank you, Bibi.
Short and to the point. Couldn't have said it better ourselves. So,
absolutely.
Congratulations, you're walking away with that 500 Riyal grocery voucher to Almira. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope this was a great start to your weekend. And again, thank you, Dalal. We can't thank you enough for being here. So is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
To my mother and father, to my children, Jude, Noof, and Abdurrahman. I hope they are listening to me. If they don't, if they're not listening right now, we'll let them listen later to the recording. I would like to thank you very much for this experience. I haven't done interviews in English. That's the first. Okay, so thank you for that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.